Everybody, and welcome to today's Academy Overwatch match in the NACE League. Today's match will be featuring the University of New Haven Academy team, who is 1-2 on the season, against Huntington University, who is oh crap, I have background noise going. I'm throwing myself off. All right, yes. So we have the University of New Haven Academy team, who is 1-2 on the season, facing off against Huntington University, who is 0-3 on the season. Should be a close matchup going into this. We should be getting started momentarily. And it looks like the first map will be Lijiang Tower. Very brawl-oriented map. Looks like the UNH team is going to be going with an interesting hybrid of a brawl and a dive here on this first point. Actually, there's even some aspects of poke in the comp here. It'll be very interesting to see how UNH plays this one.
Knowledge is its own reward.
We have Winton choosing Winton for his legend.
Very fitting name.
It is very fitting. Looks like these guys are ready to attack. They're all pushing towards the point.
UNH taking early control of the point, trying to stage their presence here. Looks like this could be a very problematic composition for Winston to be running into. Huntington University team pulling out all the Winston counters. You gotta think they maybe read his username.
Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. We will all find out soon enough.
Winston goes in for the dive. He will find one. And they will find the DMAC onto the Diva. Reaper might fall
no
here
one wants
as well.
that Reaper.
Not quite. So UNH taking the first fight win, and they'll pull out to an early lead here.
You cannot escape.
Winton's engaging in combat against the other team.
Did not look good from Winton.
That's what happens when a Winston jumps into a turret form bastion, and UNH
there goes
is
Undertaker.
all going to fall here. Not much they could do.
And they're pulling off some healing.
Winston gets low again. Almost dying before the fight even starts, but manages to stay alive.
Winston rushing straight into battle.
Kitsune Rush and Diva Bomb coming out from Huntington University will secure the fight win for them. UNH just going to back out here, cut their losses. Yeah, you gotta wonder if Winton might be considering a swap here. He actually finds a pick onto the Diva Mac. But it's just so rough playing Winston into Diva, Bastion, and Reaper. You can't really do anything without exploding. Oh, when Nando falls to the Bastion, the window comes out from the side of UNH, just trying to buy time for their Moira to get back into the fight. Bastional does not find a kill, and Huntington University has used their orbital ray. UNH's time to strike. They find a pick onto Juno. And Huntington University will have to concede the point here. UNH will take the first point.
Just 1 second and boom. UNH wins. At least the first round. Yay.
It
It'll
will
be
be interesting to see. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. It will be interesting to see if Huntington University can come back from this. Even though it is an early win, the game's still up in the air. The tables may turn.
Yeah, and on the other side with UNH, it is astounding that he is still running the Winston against all odds.
With all those
Yeah,
counters, yo.
All the counters and everything.
Especially when this is
do a
one of
legend
the
change.
brawliest maps in the game. Against a Bastion and Reaper, you'd think that the Huntington University team would have a large advantage.
Winston's going in for the Bastion.
Can't quite find a pick on him, but he does fall. UNH gets the cap on the point though. Will be able to stall long enough, and there it is, the swap off of Winston. It was fun while it lasted.
Winston swapping. Man, I was hoping to see if he would just keep with Winston the entire game. But I guess what the comp needs, you gotta change in the moment.
Yeah, it was just a little too difficult. What a punch! Will not find any kills, but he's already almost built his full
He got
ult.
the kick off, he got the Reaper. Diva bomb.
UNH
He's not
will
getting
take
anybody.
this fight.
UNH currently has control of the points.
And it does look like Huntington University gonna switch up their composition a little bit. Looks like they swapped off the Reaper onto Cassidy. It'll be interesting to see how that works for them here. Oh, huge Death Blossom from Big Man will find 2, and UNH wins another fight.
Get off the stage. A complete recovery. Get off the stage. Get off the stage.
And they say super, right?
Winston is letting them know that chivalry is not dead. One UNH member will get picked and the orbital ray is dropped for the side of Huntington. UNH is still going to try and contest that. Might not go so well for them, but the coalescence is popped. They are committing to this. The powered punch does not find a kill. And UNH will be forced back out here.
UNH may be forced to back out, but doesn't mean they're gonna not come back and pack an extra punch with them.
Absolutely. Right here, Winston just trying to get his empower punch. The Cassidy 1 HP. Not going to die though.
Bastion all got the Undertaker.
Nando just attacking and attacking. Will find 2 kills there on point. And UNH now just has to win one more fight to take this first map. Winton just trying to stall, but will fall. Can Huntington get the touch on the point? They will. Big Man gets a pick onto the Bastion. If UNH can stabilize quickly enough here, they can maybe go in and take a 5v4. Winton going in, lands Empower Punch on 2, Diva will fall. Death Blossom comes out, 2 off the map!
2 off the map.
And
Actually,
UNH
Here
3
go
off
the map.
Oh, GTP back. Winton going crazy on the Doomfist. Orbital Ray comes out for Huntington. Will it be enough to pull the fight back? It's just Winton. He finds a pick onto Bastion, but it's not enough. And Huntington will take second point.
Huntington may take second point, but it is a tie right now. Let's see who will do what. Obviously biased towards the University of New Haven, but
Just a tiny bit.
just a tiny bit.
Let's see if UNH will come out with any composition changes here. Looks like they're sticking with the same thing.
Looks like they are.
No changes necessary. It'll be interesting to see if Winton here on the Doomfist will go for the cheesy bridge kill with punch. Looks like he might not be going for that. Undertaker, 1 HP, saved by the immortality of Denizen. And UNH is kind of just stuck on this bridge here. Winton trying to create an angle, get some space for UNH. They will find a pick onto the Cassidy here. Diva's mech is down, and UNH looking like they will be the first ones to win a fight on this point 3. UNH trying to set up close to the bridge here, and you've got to know if they try and cross, Winston's trying to punch him off. He will punch the Bastion and the Diva off the map. And if you're Huntington, you just can't be crossing the bridge here. You're never going to make it across against a Doomfist. Juno, 1 HP off the quick engage from Winton. Going in extremely aggressively, pops the Meteor Strike. Might find huge kills here. That will be another fight win for UNH, although they did have to commit a lot of ultimates there. They had to use the window and the Meteor Strike. Huntington 1 fight away from losing this map. huge dynamite comes out from Undertaker. And it looks like UNH will take this third point handily with no troubles whatsoever. And that'll make UNH pull out to a 1-0 lead in the series.
Let's go UNH! With an epic pull-up in the end, too. Maybe switching Winston from Winston into Doom was the best decision they could have made.
Yeah, sometimes you have to make sacrifices even when you don't want to, but I mean, you just can't play Winston into Diva, Bastion, and Reaper. It's not possible. You can try your best, it's just never happening.
That is true. I mean, trial and error is definitely a big part of esports in general.
And it'll be interesting to see what the picks and bans look like for the second map. I mean, if you're UNH here, you probably want to be picking a more dive-oriented map, although Huntington's the team that will get the map selection here. So all UNH can really do is just ban brawl maps and hope that Huntington chooses a dive map or one where you can run dive. Looks like we will be going to Blizzard World off the pick from Huntington University. I mean, if you're UNH, you're really happy to see this map picked. Blizzard World, a very good map for dive compositions, especially with Winston. But who knows if they're even going to try bringing out the Winston after what they ran into on that first
Yeah.
point of Lijiang Tower. Could see Winston, we could see Doomfist, or maybe something different altogether. Although I feel like it's going to be one of those two picks.
And Winston was pulled out.
Winton! Oh no!
No, they switched to Doofus.
No! This is so sad. Everyone wanted to see the Winton man in action, and then he picks Doomfist. Pain.
A good looking comp so far. We got an Ashe and a Sojourn. Can play on the high ground.
Absolutely. And then with the Doomfist here, it might be a little awkward because Doomfist wants to dive and the Ashe and Sojourn want to kind of poke and brawl from slightly longer range. So it might be hard for Winton to secure any kills here, but he'll definitely be able to create a bunch of space.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Huntington University ran out on their counter comp again. But UNH going to be able to find a couple of picks immediately, and Huntington will be forced to back off. UNH playing extremely aggressively here, just trying to hold this choke as closely as they can, not giving the D.Va any room to set up. Winton, falling low on HP, will manage to get out, but the Bastion will fall. And if UNH can stabilize here, then they should be able to win the fight, and it looks like they will. And then the rest of this is just cleanup, as Huntington will slowly die. We see Winton here has the Meteor Strike. I think it's safe to say we can expect a very aggressive play here from Winton. Maybe doing a slam all the way onto the back line from the choke, and then just using Meteor Strike to get out. This could be what we're talking about. Meteor Strike in this enclosed area could be super dangerous for Huntington. The D.Va will be demeched as well. And Huntington struggling to get any form of momentum going on this map. Tsune Rush comes out from Huntington, but Winton will be able to live it, and the window comes out, and it will be enough.
And a pick on Juno.
Punches her straight into a light post. She might have actually lived if that post was not there.
Yup. Sometimes things on the map is what gets you killed.
Talking.
Absolutely. Bastion comes out from Huntington. Huge punch comes from Winton. Bastion will die. Oh no!
Oh, got slammed by the D.Va mech.
D.Va mech kills 2. UNH might still be able to win this fight. They do have Meteor Strike. Kiriko is 1 HP. She will die.
D.Va out of mech.
UNH will not let Huntington get a single tick. All UNH has to do here to take the second map is stand on point for about 6 seconds.
Yup.
Not even. That's clash times. It's like 4 seconds.
They were super aggressive that game. They were like, nope, You cannot touch
Yes,
this
they
point.
were. No space was given, and Huntington couldn't find a way to get any more space. They were stuck in that tiny choke, which is exactly what you want as Doomfist. Reinhardt?
Oh.
This is a new pick from Winton. I've only ever seen him play Monkey and Doomfist. This will
Wow.
be
Did anyone
interesting.
read the mission brief?
I'll be watching your back out there, Lieutenant.
You have nothing to worry about, Captain.
Much lies in store. Let us
Asking
see
for a
first.
Rhine mirror when the other team is already on point might not be the smartest play from Winton. They cannot change yet.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commence.
But they will be sticking to it. UNH gonna try and force through main. And it looks like Huntington will be on the Orisa and Bastion. They force out the turret form, but now they just gotta wait this out. If you're UNH, you can even just walk to point here and force Huntington to fall back.
Ooh,
Two
kill
picks.
from Ash.
H. And it's just the Juno on point. And that will be the second map in favor of UNH. They only need one more map to finish out the sweep against Huntington University.
Oh, and Nato giving a little heart on the camera.
Huge coalescence for play of the game, saving 2 players on UNH, and then saving 2 more again while getting 2 picks. It'll be interesting to see if UNH here sticks with the same roster or if they will put in a sub. Same goes for Huntington. Will they stick with the same 5 people?
And it looks like UNH is switching out Undertaker.
Who will come in? Oh, they also take out Winton.
And Nato is out as well.
Yes, huge changes coming in for the side of UNH. Nando granting his thanks to Beyonce for the
Yup.
wins. So for the roster changes we're seeing from UNH here, it looks like they are taking out Winton, Undertaker, and Nando, and in their place we're gonna see Z Cypherana, Nixorus, and Pisspacker.
Oh, Jordy was put in
Oh,
place
never
of Nyx
mind.
Varys. And it looks like the map that was picked was Suravasa.
Suravasa, yes. It was either that or New Junk City. And this is the much more popular Flashpoint map. Very brawl oriented, but you can run dive quite easily as well. Wait, is that a new thing in the profile screen? I don't think it showed your progression badge on the hero stats before. Looks like that's something new that came out with the release of Season 13 today.
I don't think it was there before either.
I've not personally gotten a chance to play the new season yet. However, I am optimistic of a lot of the map changes that were shown. Looks like Circuit Royale, a lot of the problems with sightlines were helped, and it makes it so that there's some flank routes so that it's not so sniper heavy. Although I'm sure it'll still have a large amount of sniper presence. Dorado, they added stairs. That's all there is for that map.
I
Numbani,
haven't got a chance to play either.
Numbani, they added just a lot more access to the high grounds and a lot less awful attacking angles. So it should be much easier to break some of those impossibly difficult points to push. And then the final map that got a rework is Havana. And from what I saw, it looked like they also just took away some of the sniper sight lines, especially on that third point. That used to be brutal. All right, looks like they're switching Big Man over to the tank role. Cypherana will be on damage along with Jordy, I'm gonna have to assume. We'll
And this time they're
see.
gonna have a
Oh,
Zenyatta.
Reaper Soldier. And they
Mercy
will be
and
running
Zen.
Mercy. Captain Denizen wants his Mercy pocket.
Yep. Big man saying he's the Winton now. I don't think
It's a
anybody can
bait.
replace Winton.
It's a bait. He's not on Winston. I do this all the time on King's Row. I say Rhine Mirror, Art, and then I pick Mauga because I'm a nice guy. Alright,
Zekafrena
UNH
took the high
trying to
ground for a
wait.
second.
The Diva drops to 1 HP, but UNH can't turn the corner. Oh, they do manage to with the Junker Queen knife. But Cypherana falls. But the Mercy Res will come out. And UNH is up in numbers in this fight.
UNH taking the first point.
Now, while they did win the fight, Huntington was able to cap the point before UNH was able to get a touch. So it's still 27% for Huntington. That could give them an extra fight after this one if they lose it to recontest.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they'll be coming in from the far side here. Diva taking a lot of poke damage, but so is the Queen. Reaper almost dies, 1 HP, will die. Can Jordy get the res off?
Tactical visor activated.
Or will Jordy go for the res on the Zen instead?
And Soldier's ulting and gets...
And UNH will take another fight, but because Huntington took so long to group up and take that fight, they're not going to get another fight here. And UNH can waltz on over to the second point, and they'll be faster here. Huntington might have to consider a drastic strategy change here on the second and third points. It just isn't working.
Reaper tried to go in, but couldn't.
Yeah. Reaper almost has the Death Blossom here. Gonna try and find a flank here. Picks the Kiriko and now has Death Blossom. Diva is
pushing
1
Reaper.
HP recorded. Should die for this. And UNH doing a very good job of punishing the mistakes from Huntington here. It'll be interesting to see where Cypherana sets up here. Maybe up on that high ground even. Just to drop down and land the Death Blossom. They do need to be careful of the Diva DM. But if you wait until she uses it, you should be able to get it off. Oh, just going straight in!
And you got... Wow. What a Death Blossom.
And that's a whole kill.
Yep.
UNH will cap this second point. I don't think Huntington can touch unless they pull out a Lucio. But they will not. And now, UNH is 1 point away from getting the full sweep on Huntington University.
And if they do get this point, that means UNH takes the win.
Ooh, Zenyatta almost dying there to the soldier, but will survive. Transcendence is forced, but UNH finds a pick. Valkyrie coming out as well. UNH has numbers advantage, but is all low health. Diva Bomb comes out, and it will find 2, I think. 3!
3. Whoa.
And UNH, for the first time this map, is going to lose a fight. Bastion uses turret form already. UNH gonna go in here now that the turret form is down. Reaper almost dies, narrowly escapes. Reaper's on the wrong point. The rampage is huge from Big Man. Hits 4 people and they will all fall here for Huntington.
And Reaper seems to lost
Tragedy
a year
strikes.
ago.
And the back line of UNH also is dying to a soldier. Cypherana teabagging on point, not realizing the fight's not over.
Monstering you.
UNH 1 or 2 fights away from securing this map. Based on the speed that Huntington's been playing, it might just be 1. Although they do pop Kitsune and Bastional.
Heroes never die.
Valkyrie
Zen is
now
dead for the
pulled.
side of UNH, but Valkyrie's popped and Jordy does have res. We could see her go for the res here. Diva Bomb doesn't connect. Soldier dies and Death Blossom gonna come out here from Cypherana. Or not. Just holding on to the ability for their recontest. It'll be interesting to see, can Huntington even recontest? They do have a Juno, so they can get the speed ring.
Mhm. Death Blossom. We'll see how it's used here for this fight.
Yeah. Going straight in
And it gets the
on
Bastion.
top of the Bastion. Fine. Huntington keeping the touch, but Transcendence will seal the deal. UNH moves to 2-2 in the NACE League, while Huntington University drops down to 0-4 on the season after a brutal 3-0 sweep from UNH. And that will do it for the match. So, signing off here. Be sure to tune in tomorrow to the stream, which is, let me check. Where is it? Tomorrow will be JV Rainbow Six Siege. Should be starting around 7 p.m. And we hope to see you there as well. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. I have work to do. You too.